C'est dans le temps du jour de l'an, on se donne la main, on s'embrasse, c'est bon le temps d'en profiter. Soyez bien qu'une fois par année. Welcome to week 4, Le Table's realistic, simple, quick tricks. J'aime Québec! To help you have a calmer and more whole food sustainable Christmas with your family this year. We're week 4. 23rd of December. I hope that you are going well. I am trying to remain calm, keep my heartbeat at normal range, not invent or create things I may have forgotten but it's crazy. We just get caught in that vortex of craze, even though you may not be part of it or trying to dissociate with a crazy time of Christmas and the modern craze that it entitles. It catches with you. Crazy energies floating around you may be contributing to make you feel like you are forgetting something, even though you got everything sorted. Anyway, that's my take on the energies today. Week 1, we have seen that to have a calmer, more sustainable whole food Christmas with your family, you can shop at home first. Go around your stashes around your house, your freezer, your fridge, your pantry, your garden. Take note of what you have. Try to include them in your meals. Then we have seen that we can prepare a little bit of food in advance and freeze it. That can be very helpful as well and contribute to a calmer, more whole food Christmas. We have talked about the fact that meal planning around this time of the year is quite unusual, but is actually very beneficial in keeping you on track with your family to consuming more whole foods and making it a bit calmer at this crazy time of the year. This week, I want to talk to you about the container. So we're talking about a sustainable habits that is great for time saving. Great for a whole bunch of stuff. It would take me like half an hour to tell you all the things that it's great for. But during this time of the year, carry a container with you. This container will help you to bring leftovers home with you. So whether it is that you have gone to family gatherings, listening to the kids, making sure they're okay. I'm putting him in charge, so we may or may not be able to finish this morning. So your container is for your leftovers. Now, I'm not talking about scraping plates off whatever is nanny's left or the one next door. If you want to do that and you feel comfortable, please do so. It is for grabbing food that is left uneaten. So there's a lot of feasts that are organized. There's a lot of foods that will be consumed and prepared. And there's a lot of foods that can come home with you. If you're traveling, you can plan to have a little esky with you. You bring your little icy blocks, you pop them into wherever you're going's freezer, and then when you come back, so it helps and makes sure that your food remains fresh until you get home. And ta-da! That's some leftovers for dinner, that's some leftover for breakfast, that's some leftover for lunch. You can pop it in the freezer. And you do, as Le Table's journey and values, you do as little or as much as you want to do. So I'm not telling you to save 5 kilos of sausages just for yourself. Mind you, if you have a big family, that can become very handy later, pop it in the freezer. But don't feel like you have to save it all or you're doing nothing less of a good job. Save what you're going to eat. So for you, if you're alone at home, it may be a small little portions. If you have 400 kids, maybe you want to save the 5 kilos of sausages. So this Christmas, save food. Save food that has been planted, watered, looked after, cared, harvested, transported, that has been storage and then transported again, put onto the shelves, and then there's the whole behaviors that comes with buying it. So someone has taken their car, gone there, paid for it, transported to the trolley, put it, prepare it, cook it, present it, and then it's at the end of its cycle. Then it's at the end of its cycle. Non, c'est correct. Ce matin, ils peuvent être dans la vidéo si vous voulez. Bon. So that's it. Your container. It's just like the upcycling reusable bags. It takes a little while to get used to. I forget my container. If you forget yours, maybe your host has like a glass jar or container. And if people just give you weird looks that you're just that person that's like bringing leftover food home, just let them know that you're doing what La Table said and give them my phone number and you could just explain to them. And if you feel uncomfortable having to explain, just do it with discretion. You know, just grab your container. Hey, is this food going in a bin? Okay, just you don't need to explain. Pop it into your container and just say, oh, I'm just going to use that for leftovers tomorrow. You don't need to go into big live debate and just talk about how you really care about the baby whales and that your entire extended family is trying to choke baby turtles because they've used plastic this year. Sometimes it's just easier to do and just to save the explanations for later. Enjoy the gathering with the family. It's not time to bring in conflicts about your values. Sometimes it's important to talk about this, but sometimes it's also good to just keep it merry and happy and just put it into the container. So that's my take for you today. If you want a calmer, whole food sustainable Christmas, that's lunch for tomorrow. That's some food that has been, as I said, through the whole system and the whole system of bringing it into the table on that day, and you can bring it home. If you are worried about the food health and safety for keeping things fresh, bring an esky and a few ice blocks, pop it in the freezer, and then you're ready to go. So don't forget, J'aime Quebec. Have a fabulous, wonderful Christmas, supercharged with everything that it really means that is important for you. Gather, hug, be content and happy with people you're sharing Christmas with, and I will catch you up next Monday for our 5th week of little tips and tricks to give you a calmer, zen, whole food family Christmas. Have a fantastic day.
Ho, 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 everybody.